Hi, welcome to Random Toys with Sean Huckster. That's me. Today we're going to talk again about Clic-kees. I did a little video a while ago where I opened 3 of these boxes, and these I only found at Five Below in one particular shop in Massachusetts. I looked everywhere, couldn't find them anywhere. I did find them there. So I decided to pick up a few. I like what I heard. I was fiddling with it, but I kind of think I need a slightly bigger keyboard. So today I'm going to open not 1, not 2, not 3, but 3 more, and I'm going to bring back the 3 we opened before. Now each one has a visible key and a hidden key. I've configured these to be in a row so I can do this, because that's what they are. They're just literally fidget toys, right? They're there to make a sound. But here's what I like to do better. I like to put them like so, because you can configure them to snap into different configurations like so. And I like to have them like this, like an edit pad, but I can put my finger pads down and kind of rock them back and forth on it. But I want a larger keyboard. So I'm going to open 3 more. Let's get to it. So the first one we have is a little puppy, I think, green puppy. And let's just get this open. After cutting the tape, you pull the sides away like so. And then, oh, there's more tape here. I thought I had it all. Right here. And now that should open. You know, it will, but I'm just going to rip it open. So inside, there is the secret one. And also a little lanyard that you can attach it to a key, to like a backpack or your belt loop or whatever. And then you have your visible and your hidden. Your visible was this puppy. And we will look at the guide because there is a guide. And the invisible was this, what looks like maybe a beaver, maybe? You know what? Yeah, it's got, oh, it might be a bear because there are bees and honey. I'm thinking that's honey drip, not teeth. So let's find out what the guide says. The guide is rather big, but I think we see what we have already. I'm zooming in, I'm zooming in, I'm zooming in. It looks like we have honeybee. That's the bear. And as for the visible one, let's find out what one that was. And right next to honeybee, bun. That's this one, bun. Both green in the green section. So that's the 2 we have this time. Let's pick another box and open these up as well. Here's our visible, and here's our invisible, our hidden. So in our visible is Superstar, and our invisible is Happy Val Heart, or 3, less than 3, which is usually a symbol for heart. And that's the 2 we have here. Let's open one more. So in this one, our visible was this one little guy here, and that is Meowch. And our invisible, our secret one, was a dupe. We've had this one before, right there in the middle top. And this one is Picnic Party. So of these, we got 1 dupe. That's fine. Now, a couple things I wanted to do with these. First, I wanted to point out something. So you can hear the click, right? It's very, very satisfying. I love this. I mean, listen. Love it, love it, love it. Very much like the old IBM keyboards, the originals. What I want to point out is that these are mix and match. So you can pop the cap off and move the cap to any other. But listen to this. Now listen to it. The cap acts like a guitar's sounding hole. It amplifies the sound. Listen. Oops. The shape of this, the fact that it's hollow, is actually an amplifier, much the same way the horn of a flute or a horn of a trumpet is an amplifier of the sound in that. Or the sounding board of a guitar. Pretty amazing. So what I wanted to do with it today is put together a little configuration of keys that form a more solid block, almost like a number pad on a computer. So I guess the first thing you have to do is make another row. And then pop that row on that row. Then make another row. And then Pop that down and make another row on that one. And now we have basically a number pad or an edit, the num pad on a computer keyboard, which is kind of cool. I like that. This is going to be very fidgeted here. The other thing I like to do is to configure it like so. Take that like that, grab one of these, put it at the end like that, and then add to the bottom like so. And now you have room for a thumb and 4 keys here. And if that's not enough room for a thumb, you can extend this bottom one out further and then do it like this. And these will just act as building blocks between them, but it becomes very satisfying. What I found interesting though is that although each of these has 2 connectors, and if you take one of these, you can connect it like so, but you can also connect it like so. And you can almost make an actual keyboard. See how they're separate, or they're offset like a keyboard, except one problem. The spaces here are not the same as the spaces here. So you can't attach another one here to form an offset row. Offset by 1 peg, it has to be by 2, and when you offset it by 2, it's perfectly square. That's the one weakness here. So I did achieve what I wanted to achieve today. I got myself 6 more, so that I could make my 2 rows of keys to make an edit block. Like so. And so. And so I can have a block of 3x4 or 4x3 and go nuts with fidgeting. And that's it. So for Sean Huckster, this has been Random Toys, and we'll talk to you later.